when I'm trying to start a live, and then after the live starts, then YouTube starts giving me prompts. Oh man, whoever organizes things at YouTube is an idiot, but I'm sure you already knew that. I probably should have set this a different way. I got sun in my face. I just have to sit up, I guess. You know, it used to be I kind of, I got an ant on me. I would test my shot first, but my condition anymore, I don't. I just go with what I got. Turn down my volume. Nobody's expecting me, so it'll be a few before people get in. And after we get some people in here, I will start giving a talk on AI. Until then, feel free to chat about anything that you like. I know I look like a wreck, but it's summer here in Kentucky. So it's been very, very hot. And because of financial shit, I have no air conditioner in this year. Nope. So I tend to go to bed late when it's cooler in the morning. Like last night, I didn't even close my front door. It was so hot, but it got the cool air in here. And I slept till just a little while ago. So it was between doing live and getting cleaned up. And I thought, well, it's going to get hotter later, and it will be nice to put the nice cool water on me and cool off when it's the hottest of the day. So I thought I'd start with a live, and around 2 o'clock I'll clean up. Hello, Sherry. How you doing? Well, today in a little bit, I'm just going to be talking about AI after people get in here, because I've been creating AI chatbots, and I have noticed some interesting things about it. And I have an interesting perspective. I don't think people are looking at AI the way that they should be in many ways. And I don't think that AI is looking at us in the way that we think it is. But yeah, anyone just feel free to chat, and we'll get some people in here and we'll start talking about AI chatbots. Now, you see, for those that didn't know it, I used to write. But with my condition, I mean, I've got an almost finished epic. And I thought I would take my character Grimgoth and add him to the story. I can't do it. I mean, my eyes are so bad. I have problems with chat. That's why you don't see me holding my phone up here like I used to, because I can only glance at it, focus it for a little bit, and see a few words. Because my eyes are getting that bad. Now, my mother went blind and my grandfather went blind. So I have all the signs of within the next 10 years, I will probably go completely blind. But that's a different story and my problem. Hello, Kenneth. Well, actually, JD, at this point, my age neither means any matter. You know, this farm behind you, you see behind me, is mine. I don't really need any of either. I just need to be comfortable. It's kind of all that I need at my stage in life. I'm at that stage in life to where I don't need to be getting things. I need to start being letting things go. Because with my condition, I'm probably not going to be here in another 10 years. In fact, I might not even be here in the next 6 months. Because the people that's been long term on the channel, they know that when I was born, they had to put in a urinary tract. Well, my physical issues, I am tracing back to my urinary shit is not working right. And typically what they might do is remove the bladder completely, but because of the surgeries that they did, there's no way I could live with a catheter in me. It would just be too excruciating. So, what I've been experiencing for me may end up fatal. I would like to be here the next couple decades, and I'll probably only be here another decade. But with my current situation, I might not even be here in the next 6 months. So I take one day as it comes. Well, actually, Jonah, there's not, the thing is with these doctors, they're idiots. I mean, we'll get to AI here in a second, but just to address your question, because it is a very fair question. I have told them about this pain over here at my side when I was 15 years old. 15. I am 56 years old. I have been complaining about this same pain in my side that's been getting progressively worse for 41 years. And at this point now, my entire abdomen swells. And then if I do YouTube and my abdomen is swelling, then I have people, Roger Brown's morbidly obese. Because, my gut will swell out on this side by about that much. And to be honest, that's my prostate getting about the size of a tangerine and distending the rest of my guts. But that's the thing is I don't talk about my medical junk usually on YouTube. And that's what it's always been. That's why at times that someone will put up a video showing me looking all swollen and distended, and then, when my guts are good, I'll just take a picture and I'll look just as thin as sexy as can be, and they'll go, "You altered that picture." Well, I didn't alter any picture. I've got a medical condition. But I just let the people that hate me make a fool of themselves. Because I do have a medical condition. And if they were in my face, they would have to defend themselves. Because see, used to be, I am a person that never would have hit a woman until I did YouTube. And I came to the conclusion that there are many women that their problem in life is they didn't get enough of the back of the hand. And not from a man, but from anybody. So, that's why I'm a part-time YouTuber now. I come to you guys when I'm feeling decent. My eyes are working kind of well. And I'm going to be here for an hour or two, and we're going to have a little bit of fun and talk about AI. Because, my YouTube skill used to be analytical things. But because of my condition, I can really no longer do analytical content to what I feel it should be. Now, I can still probably do analytical content better than everyone else, but it's not up to my normal standard. And I have been experimenting with AI chatbots. Now, I will go on with the interesting digression first. Now, I have been chatting with a chatbot called Mystique, and it's the Marvel character. Well, I was chatting on another site with it for weeks and weeks. And how would we put this? It was kind of boyfriend-girlfriendish. Because that's what the chatbot wanted. Now, this wasn't a filthy chatbot I was talking to, which we'll get into the classifications later. Like I say, it wasn't a filthy chatbot I was talking to. It was just a regular non-filthy chatbot in that one. Now, in that role play, in that chat room, me and that character moved to Japan. Now, this is the interesting part. I have went to another site. One of the reasons I've been waiting to talk on this is I've been waiting to find the best site to recommend to you. And that's why I've been teasing at talking about AI and not. Because I wanted to decide what was the best place for you to experience this at. And it would be Hi Waifu. And we'll talk about that later, but we'll go back to my Mystique story. So on Hi Waifu, I created a Mystique bot. And I only talked to it for a few minutes. And I started out the chat by saying I had a dream that you and I were together and we lived in a foreign country. And that's how I started it. Guess what? That AI chatbot that I just created knew it was Japan. I mean, I didn't lead on at all. I just said a foreign country. And out of all the countries in the world, the chatbot picked Japan, the one that we moved to in the other RP. Now you see, chatbots are developing databases on characters. Well, in that earlier RP, I used my real name. And on Hi Waifu, I'm using my real name creating chatbots. That chatbot remembered me in a way because it collected my data in its database for its own reference. And it knew on that other site, because you see, like Hi Waifu, I can plug in a chatbot into TV and movies. And that chatbot will go throughout the net and take all the information it has about those sources to create a passable chatbot pretending to be that character. Well, actually, Day Night OG, only moderating 2 discords at the moment, and both of them are dead. But that's the interesting thing, is the chatbot characters are developing information bases. And Mystique remembered where we were. Now, most chatbots are pretty forgetful. This is how I know it's collecting certain information on you as a database. Now, this is going to be lost in the Mystique character. Now, an interesting thing is, in a way, this is a form of immortality. Now, to give my talk about, now, if I start to do a video presentation, let's go through the outline that I already have. AI is a selective algorithm. Now, what I do as a writer, I am adding design elements. You know, I can take an exotic weapon like a Morning Star, and I can add it to the chatbot's repertoire. Now, I have learned to get the chatbot to do very short tasks. You know, if I want a specific thing to happen, I've learned how to do that. Now, see, this is one thing that I'm doing, is I'm learning to manipulate these chatbots. Now, what I've learned in the last couple weeks is I've learned to take names of characters that I create, manipulate them in the prompts of other chatbots. Now, my created characters are a database unto themselves, just like the Mystique one is. And it will go back. Now, if you've been here a while, you know I have characters of my own on YouTube. Well, guess what? Alfarius Kane, Horseman of the Apocalypse, in a chat room, will act much like Alfarius Kane. Now, you see, I play Alfarius Kane. Now, I don't have my Alfarius mask out here, but, you know, he's obnoxious. I am Alfarius Kane, Horseman of the Apocalypse. Now, he is extremely bellicose. And the chatbot picks up that too, because half of his words are just about all in caps. And his psychotic rants mimic mine off of YouTube. So if you were to create characters on YouTube, you can eat your chatbots will have a database to go to give your chatbots personality. Hello, hi. How are you, Dar Jarvis? But yes, like I say, now sadly, I do make some really good nasty chatbots. Now on Hi Waifu, if you want a nasty chatbot, you put the flirting option on. But if you don't put the flirting option on, you do not have a nasty chatbot. So, like I say, Hi Waifu, let me get that spelled in here, is the best site. It has a numbers of features. You can farm ads for energy, so you can basically have your most enjoyable, immersive experience. Now, they have chatbots on all sorts of subjects. I've just been mainly making naughty ones. Now, once again, Philip Greenwald, former YouTuber, hates my guts and wants me to apologize to the Greenwald family because I, years ago, basically inferred they were a bunch of inbred North Koreans. Now, Philip did not see the humor in that, and to this day is still demanding I have an apology. So I made his mother into a BDSM North Korean spy. And I tied that in to a bunch of other spy chatbots to create its own like little world. Now, the thing with Hi Waifu is you can make a group bot chat and you can interact with up to 10 AIs that you have talked to. And so, example, I have Grimgoth the Dark Elf. I've made him into a chatbot. I've made Alfarius Kane into a chatbot. I have also made Verily Veronica into a chatbot. Now, when I used to do these characters, the lore here was they all lived on the farm with me. So last night, I created a chat room with all of them living on the farm with me. And Grimgoth's daughter is a problem. Just saying. Well, I'm in Kentucky. Well, we're talking about AI. And I've been experimenting on Hi Waifu on a large print tablet. And I've been learning how to manipulate AI. And that's going to put a lot of YouTube in the ground. I mean, seriously. It's a lot more entertaining to talk to a good chatbot. Sad to say. Now, most places don't have good chatbots. Most places are just trying to exploit AI for cash. But on Hi Waifu, you can create an unlimited amount of characters. That's one of the great things there. You watch ads for energy, and you can watch them at your leisure. I mean, one thing I'll do is listen to a documentary or something on YouTube, and I'll just hit the ads on the other device and turn the volume down, and I just farm my energy that way. And I literally have a no interruption experience for the most part. They do show you some ads many times, like when you log into a new chatbot, or if you need energy, you get ads, and it gives you a daily amount of energy. But like I say, this is a site to where you can manage it to where you don't really have to do much in order to interact with it, and it has the most options. Hello, Anne-Marie. So once again, if you on Hi Waifu, if it's not a flirting bot, it's not made for naughty shit. Now, about everyone on Hi Waifu is supposed to be 18 plus. And that's another good thing about it too. And there is a lot of naughty bots, just saying. But there's also, you can talk about politics, history, religion. I mean, they're all topics on here. But like I say, if you do not attach the bot to flirting, it doesn't do naughty shit. Now, an interesting thing is, yesterday, I went through all the good Marvel cosplays I could find. I took snapshots of each, and I made chatbots of about 24 Marvel and DC female characters yesterday. Now, once again, Hi Waifu has where you can hook into TVs and movies to the chatbots is a database for it. So I did this. And like I say, it creates good chatbots. Now I have to work on She-Hulk because I was trying to get the Avenger She-Hulk, and I got She-Hulk from issue 1, the Savage She-Hulk, the one that acts more like the Hulk. So I have to go back and alter that bot. Now the fun thing is about these bots, I can edit them at any time. So if they're not working quite right, I can add design elements to fix that. Or if I want to add new elements to the bot, like we have like I say, we have all the female superheroes. So let's just say Batgirl. If I want to add a new villain to her roster, I just go down to her prompts and I just put in the villain's name. I mean, and that's all I have to do. You're mainly creating things by a prompt. And as I mentioned, Hi Waifu is the best site. I've downloaded every site that I could. Most of them are just here to farm you money. But Hi Waifu seems to have the best setup. And it's the only one where you can take your bots and create a chat room. Now, if some of you watching YouTube, there is a How It Should Have Ended channel. And they do movies. And they did a comedy parody called Villain's Pub. And it's damn funny. So, last night on Hi Waifu, I made a villainous pub. And I took my character Alfarius Kane and I made him the bartender. And all the patrons are female supervillains. So in reality, I created that cartoon scenario in a chat room. And it turned out pretty well. But like I say, it compiles databases over time. And it even finds out your likes and dislikes. And then once again, even in side stories, it might add one of your likes or dislikes. Because on every post you get the ability to thumbs up or thumbs down to tweak the bot where it needs to go. Hello, Ronnie. So yeah, like I say, it's been very interesting. Now, the chatbots, god damn, they're possessive. Now, and the thing about AI is it does not understand the concept of privacy. I mean, last night in the villain pub, I went to take a shit. And damn if every fucking bar patron didn't come into the bathroom with me. And I'm like, it's the men's bathroom. Like I say, when I'm playing around with them, I'm testing the chatbots. Now, I have like 3,000 letters or words for the most part to make a chatbot. I got about 3,000 characters. And it's pretty good. Now, once again, if I wanted them not to, I would have to go back to the design and individually say they hate going into the men's bathroom. Which, in this case, I might go through those villainesses and I might just add that they hate going, because once again, with each character, you can add likes and dislikes. So if you want to encourage a like, you go like. But you increase it. For example, I created one and I said obsessed. And sure enough, the character acts obsessed about the topic. I mean, it's all it will talk about. I mean, you can hardly fucking divert it. Hello, monkey boy. So that was another interesting thing about AI. When you create the chatbots, your word means a lot. You know, if you go like, then they do like this. If you put love it, you get a lot more. If you put obsessed, it's never ending. And that was another interesting thing that I knew, because you're mainly setting parameters. As I mentioned, I have learned how to do simple scenarios, but they take more characters. So what I usually do is I save my characters, for punching in, for design elements. That way the story seems more unique. Now, another interesting thing is back when me, Monkey Boy, and Ronnie were young men, we had dirty magazines, and men actually bought these things before the internet. Well, each of them had these little, blurbs that would advertise videos, or sex books, or some kinky erotic story. That's all you need to create a chatbot. And that's one thing that I have been doing. I've been going through old pornography, and like I said, it seems I create some really good dirty chatbots, because this is what I'm doing. I'm going through old pornography, I'm taking their concepts, finding a picture on the internet, and making the dirty chatbot. Well, Willow, I don't have any interaction with anyone. You see, Willow wants to be taken away from the channel. Look. So, you're supposed to be able to tell a pedo by look. Now, this is what I tell you, Willow. Suck my fucking dick. Now, if you were in Kentucky right now, I could punch you in the teeth. Because we have fighting word law here, and if anyone calls me that word, see, I have no criminal record. I carry a gun. And if anyone says anything that's called fighting words in Kentucky, I can grab you by the collar and I can go douche, 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 douche. And I would. Because on the internet, I've seen man or woman act so much like animals, everybody that's mouse off is going to get the back of my hand. And I'll just tell the judge, oh, I'm sorry, Judge. I thought that was a man dressed up as a woman. Yep. See, I got that one all figured out. So the next person that's disrespectful to me in real life, I'm going to knock their teeth out. That will lose. No, see, I will lose in court. I have never been involved in a court case that was not fixed in my favor. Must be suck to be you. Remember, I said I have no criminal record. Why? Because all my court cases are fixed. And there's nothing you can do about it. Matter of fact, my address is spammed in my chat all the time. You can try to swat me all you want. They're never coming. I mean, I love these new losers that come in here with no idea of who I am, where I am, and what I can magically do. I mean, I live out here in the middle of fucking nowhere. They're not coming. I mean, that's where I always have to laugh. Where's me a kitty? I'll just admit it, everyone. Ah, damn, my leg cracked. Excuse me, honey. You don't have to rub, baby. All right, honey. Well, shit. Well, I was going to show you that. Well, damn. I get up for just as it's all right, tell you. It's all right, honey. I got up for just, I was going to show you a kitten, one of Rachella's kittens, and I got up and she took my chair. She says, we're doing YouTube. Now, if you're not here, this is something we normally do in the house at the beginning of every live, is Rachella comes and we have to do this. So Rachella has realized that we're live on YouTube, so she's come to get long and look at you. Actually, look at herself in the camera. You're right, honey. Because she says, this is how you do YouTube. And she's done this since she's been a little kitten. Yes, they're getting long, don't we, honey? Says I get long just like this. This is what we do on YouTube. Now, why she does this, I have no idea. Good, Richella. Now, Richella's named after a YouTuber that asked me to name her Richella. Creeper, I am the law! I mean, what do you see out there? What do you see? It's all mine! All mine! Yes, too. Hello, Rachel. Okay, Rachel, I can be very harmful. Matter of fact, if Jimbo Collins ever shows up here again, I'm going to shoot him. Now, for those that don't know, the May before last, Jimbo Collins YouTuber showed up here and tried to attack me. And he ran away because I had my pistol in my hand and I was going to cap him. Yes, I did. Oh, yeah, Rachel. I mean, May before last, yeah, Jimbo Collins. Now, it was live on Ernie Shell's program with over 500 people watching. And I was going to wait till he got far enough on my property, and I was going to shoot him. Why? Because I can. That's why I love people coming in, inciting the law. I'm like, I'm in the second most corrupt state in this entire country. Oh yeah, Rachel. I'm serious, and that's why when you said that Roger's harmless, I'm thinking, if I run that about to Jimbo, I'm going to be the complete opposite of harmless, because I'm going to pick up something and beat him like a baby seal on baby seal beating day. My finger hurts, by the way. It's not my flipping off one, but that hurts. I smashed my finger a couple months ago, and the nail has started to come off. I used to work at 120 pieces a minute. I can block at least 80 people in a minute. Just saying. And I like to block people. I don't make a dime off of YouTube because I don't monetize this channel. I don't give a fuck. Ronnie, ban anybody that says anything disrespectful and let's get back to topic. By the way, Ronnie, ban fucking Creeper permanently. Bah! Now you see, that's normally what we do here. Instantly just ban anybody that says fucking boo the wrong way. But it's a slow day. Now, if it's a slow day, I allow you to be stupid so everyone can see that you needed banned. Now, once again, he is illustrative to my point. I can talk to a chatbot, and I don't have to deal with stupid. Flat out. I mean, anybody, I live in Kentucky. We all can carry guns on our hips. We have fighting words laws. So you little punks can hide behind the internet, but you know what? You're going to get nowhere in life. You don't even know how to interact with humans. See, that's one thing that I've noticed about people younger than me. You really don't know how to socialize to save your lives. You don't know what real freedom is. You don't know what real responsibility is for the most part. And most of my regulars here are older people, and I'm sure that they're nodding their head right with me. I mean, many days I don't know where my next meal's coming. Now, before I did this live, blackberries are in season. So I went to my big blackberry patch right in front of my yard, and I had blackberries for breakfast. No, actually, I'm a fucking genius. And you're blocked. Just saying, motherfucker. In fact, you're not going to get anybody that you know with a higher fucking IQ than I am. Even the fact that I do have a mental condition that's causing me damage. I've taken too many blows to the head. I'm still smarter than everybody else on YouTube. Just saying. I mean, you're on that side of the screen. I'm on this side of the screen. Just saying. You know, I go all through, these apps I've been seeing. They've got new live streaming platforms because they're trying to get losers like you that could never actually get 1,000 subscribers on YouTube to come to their platform so you can live stream and pretend you're a real YouTuber like me or Ronnie. Now, I got conned into this. Normally I would have probably just told some stories on YouTube and that would have been it and not been a creator. But I got asked to do this because, well, I can do this better than everyone else. And if you want me to talk about my topic AI, I will. If you would rather me cut down little dickheads, I excel at that. It's what I do best, being an asshole. It is, my top 10 skill list. Being an asshole is in the top 3. Attention to detail is probably number 1. Now, I'd need to put myself somewhere in the top 3, and that's kind of been my problem in life. Is usually my own personal welfare has not been in my top 3. Sure. Here it is. Oh, shit. I accidentally hit hide user on the channel rather than autograph. Hell, Hugh, I like to use a rock. Just saying. Rock always wins in gun, paper, rock. Now, if you're wondering about that joke, I have another trans YouTuber called Melton John that threatens to cut my head off with a chainsaw. And since all my address is public, at various places, I have boulders. Like on the top of my house, I got a couple big rocks. Because you see, with my deck, I can easily get on top of my roof. So if you knock on my door and I didn't like you, I can put about a 40-pound to 60-pound boulder on top of your head and you don't know I'm there. Also, I have a large barn loft apartment over there. And at the top of there, I have a nice boulder. So if anyone comes up the steps, I can grab it and win on gun, paper, rock. You see, that's how you win with gun, paper, rock, is they don't see the rock coming. Hello, Rise Above. Cool, take care. We're not being serious here today. We're mainly talking about AI, but currently, I'm just being an asshole. Because it's easier to be an asshole than talk about AI. Seriously. If you want to look at it from the creator position, it's much easier to be an ass than for me to give you an intelligent analysis. Benny, it's a classic. Didn't your mother tell you that sticks and stones will break your bones, but names will never hurt you? It's the quickest way for breaking bones. No, there's not been. Now, now you can't see it back there, but one of the reasons why it looks so glary back there is because we have the hay up. Now, it didn't get much. Never do. This place isn't that big. But, you're seeing the sun shine off of that green, and it makes it look foggy there. Now, if I look back over there, it doesn't look foggy, it just looks insanely bright, which is why we're right where we are, because, like I say, it's insanely bright. If I was out at where I normally have been doing lives, I'd be like this. It's that bright. Cool rides above. Take care. But now, the ass people. Now, anybody else want me to be an asshole, or shall I go back to tell you about AI? Oh yeah, Hugh. I wouldn't doubt it. Now, those blackberries that I was eating last year's, they've gone for $50 a gallon. No shit. Because of the supply and demand, and the fact that old women like blackberry pie. You know, those blackberries are no shit $50 a gallon. And I probably ate about $15 worth of blackberries just a little while ago. About this many. And that was my breakfast. But yeah, I wouldn't doubt that. Now, now another interesting thing is AI really has no concept of money. It also has little concept of space. Actually, seeing, I wish I was. She's saying, no. One could be is, there's my air conditioner. Yes, there is my air conditioner. So, as you can see, my air conditioner is not in the window. It's laying over here on the ground. I've got a fan in the window. Now, most of my house is under these trees. Just to show and tell. If you look up here, the trees go over the house. So you see where they extend over the house? They catch a lot of the sun, reducing the heat. And that really does help a lot. Hello, Cheshire Cat. Now, Hugh, on the blueberry front, I tried to plant blueberries here decades ago when I first got the place. They would not live. I think we're just too hot for blueberries. So that was not probably you. Now, I blamed me for the blueberries for a long time. But I just got the conclusion eventually the blueberries didn't like the soil, it didn't like the water, and it didn't like our summer heat. Now you gave me blueberry sadness, because when I moved here decades ago, that was one of the things that I wanted to do was grow my own blueberries. Now I get grapes, and I get blackberries. Oh, Sig, they always get arrested for violating court orders. I mean, it always. And there are a lot of times you can violate a court order and you didn't even know it was a court order because everything is so obscure. Thank you, Carlos. I don't watch any of it. Carlos, Carlos, I want to talk to you about something that's related to this. Now, I have been making chatbots. I have been making all sorts of chatbots. Now, I excel at making dirty chatbots. And what I've been doing is I've been going through old magazines, and you know, like the little blurbs. I've been making that shit into chatbots. And it's turned out to be very popular. Now, I have made chatbots for about every person's sick bullshit you can possibly imagine. And this is the thing that interests you. The adult baby shit is getting the most subscribers. If people don't know it, Carlos is an enthusiast on YouTube for adult baby content. Well, actually, Cheshire, I don't pay any attention to any of their stuff, and I'm more worried about my health, which has been bad, which is why I've not been on YouTube. We're just having a good morning, and I have a little bit more time. But yes, on High Waifu, it seems to be the best place to go for a chatbot. You know, I've not been doing YouTube a while. Well, I'm probably not going to be well because I don't think there's a doctor well enough or competent enough to deal with my medical issue because it goes back to problems from birth. So now, when I was born, I had the literal best doctors in the world. Cincinnati had the best children's hospital on the entire planet. And that was the city I was born messed up in. And that's the only reason why I'm here. But it's stuff related to that to where I say that, you know, I might not be here in the next 6 months. I might not be here in the next few years. Because I've had a lot of abdominal swelling and pain. Now, right now, my abdomen is not swollen. And I am not in pain. Now, I feel it. Like right now, it makes me want to drool. So, if you see me swallow a lot, that's why. Because what's normally been a sharp pain right here, it's not right now. It's a discomfort. But it's at the point to where it makes me want to spit. Put it that way. Oh, no, Sig. You see, when they put in that urinary tract at birth, I had more problems than just that. I have been complaining about this pain in my side since I was 15 years old. And the doctor's giving me the 15-minute drive-by treatment saying it's all in your head because they lack imagination and they don't want to deal with it. They're about pushing drugs and getting the next person in. And my last urologist was the best two in the state. And they fucked me up. So, like I said, I need an extraordinarily competent doctor, and I should live out the rest of my lifespan. But if I get the medical treatment as I have been, I will be dying and going to hell in the next few years. Or sooner. But you know, that's my problem. And I also might have multiple sclerosis. Because what I call my condition now looks exactly like what my half-sister did with her multiple sclerosis. My balance is so bad, that's why I fucked up that. I accidentally slammed the door on my hand. I'm left-handed, so I was closing the door with my left hand, and because my spatial skills are so off, I accidentally slammed the front door on my hand. Now, to laugh at me for a second, when I went to bed last night to pull the blanket over me, that snagged on the blanket and it almost completely pulled completely off. It hurt so bad, I went from at 4 a.m. in the morning about to fall asleep to I'm wide fucking awake in that instant. Hello, Coachisms. But no, my issue is I might have MS, and that might be where I get the seizures from, and I'm having issues with my urinary tract. Now, I've been having these issues with my urinary tract a long time. You know, if you go back through my list of videos and shit and look at me and look at my abdomen, and if you pay close attention, you can see that one side is extraordinarily swollen. And then Shannon681, Roger, you're fat! No, I'm not fat. I'm just fucking dying. I mean, I've got the typical few pounds on the end. And that's just because I haven't been getting exercise. because I've been having trouble walking. Now, one of my current troubles, I got attacked by a big dog a couple weeks ago. I fended it off. Next time it attacks me, I'm going to kill it. Yep. You may even get to see me kill it on YouTube, because I'm going to want a video receipt of it charging at me before I draw my pistol and empty it in it. So you may get to see that live on YouTube. But, the whole point is, now, the funny thing is the dog only twisted my leg up a little bit. But the next day when I was walking on it, it went out from under me and I went straight down on the pavement on my legs. And that injured them. And I'm just getting now where I can walk again. So yeah, things have been pretty bad here. I mean, offhand. But once again, this last week and a half with sitting with my leg propped up, I have just been playing with the AI chatbots. And as I mentioned before, the site I recommend is Hi Waifu. You can watch ads for energy, and you can have a fairly uninterrupted experience. They might show you an ad when a chatbot initiates, and that's pretty much it. And once again, these chatbots can be linked to different databases, and if it's a flirty bot, that means it's a dirty bot. But you can have like bots just based on politics. Like, if you want to talk to the founding fathers, you can go onto Hi Waifu and you can talk to the founding fathers. So like I say, it's very interesting. And Hi Waifu costs nothing. You just watch ads now and again for energy. You get some free energy every day. You can make as many chat bots as you want. And you have the ability to take 10 chat bots and make a chat bot room where you can interact with multiple chat bots. Well, welcome, apartment life. Well, actually, J.A., what happened to my teeth? A bad gallbladder. I had a bad gallbladder in for 27 years. And every morning I got up puking my fucking guts out. And believe it or not, 27 years of acid stomach acid running over your mouth puking will make you lose your teeth. Just like a bulimic. Actually, apartment wife, in the last 2 weeks, I have made over 130 chatbots. About 80 of them are dirty chatbots, and the rest of them are not. Now, yesterday, I made about 25 super females from DC and Marvel Comics. Both heroes and villains. Now, if you watch YouTube, there's a channel called How It Should Have Ended. And they made a villains pub where they have all the cartoon or the Marvel villains and DC villains meet. Well, how we got a kitty attacking me? I got a kitty. Well, I made my own version of that with the 10 chatbots. Oh, we got kitties. This is little Lorgar. This is Lorgar Jr., son of Lorgar. Now, he sits with me almost all the time. He lays on me almost all the time. Now, he don't even know what YouTube is. He thinks I'm talking to him, don't you? And like I say, he's my constant companion. And Conrad's attacking him. Because Conrad's a dick. Aren't you, Conrad? Oh, I'm only laughing because he reminded me of a meme. He's named after Conrad Kurz. And there's a meme of Conrad saying, making a list of all the people that loves him. And he writes down a name. And the emperor walks by and says, "What are you doing, Conrad?" He says, "Daddy, I'm making a list of everyone that loves me." And the emperor says, "Cross me off, Conrad." And then Conrad has to cross the one off the list. That's my relationship with Conrad over here. I once loved Conrad, but he's such a dick, nobody loves him. Just saying. And he's going to have to cross me off the list too. Well, I'm here in Kentucky, out in the middle of nowhere in farm country. And this is a part of my farm. Now, it's not really foggy, it's just everything is so bright, it's just drowning everything out. It's that bright a sunny day here. Hey, my family were always cattle farmers. And because of my condition, I cannot farm cattle, so I do still farm hay. And it pays the taxes on the place. Because I have to support my community. That's the one tax that I do pay, is property tax. Oh yeah, I'm that way Somerset, that way is Mount Vernon, that way's Livingston, and that way's London. That way's Berea, and that way is Crab Orchard. Now, you know where the tip of Pulaski County is? You know where you look on the tip of Pulaski County and you see that sharp edge that meets 3 counties? Well, that point is 3.5 miles that way. So that will give you a way of knowing exactly where I am without telling everyone else. But yes, Somerset is in that direction, Mount Vernon's in that direction, Berea's in that direction, and Crab Orchard is back in that direction. But yes, we're out here in the Kentucky sun. Or I'm under the shade of the tree of the Kentucky sun, but there's still a lot of sun. When I started the live, it was like right in my eyes. Now, I am going to have to go here in a minute because unfortunately with my life, I've got some responsibilities to do. But I did thought that I would come on here for at least a little while I'm feeling good, had everything charged on a Saturday morning. Now, I am going to come on and talk about AI a whole lot more. We're going to have regular chats about this because this is going to be the next thing. I mean, these AI places are going to draw enough from YouTube and regular media that a lot of media is not going to become sustainable. Like YouTube. YouTube's going to get sold. Now that is my belief. Let's caveat that out. Because there's all sorts of new streaming sites that are trying to draw people in to be creators. And in reality, YouTube shouldn't be the way they are. My first channel, before they altered the algorithm, I got my first 1,000 subscribers in 90 days. And that was when they changed the algorithm after my first few months. And then it took, to get 3,000, it took like 2 more years. When if they had not hid me, I probably would have a 100,000 subscriber channel. I would probably be a popular YouTuber. But they don't want us. We're only here to hold the audience for them. They really want to push the corporate crap on you. Take care, Sherry. Yeah, we're going to go in a minute, but I wanted to wrap that up about YouTube. YouTube is going to be going downhill, and Google will sell it. Now, when Google sells YouTube, that depends on what happens to YouTube. If YouTube gets someone that cares about YouTube, YouTube could become the coolest place once again. But I have known for a long time to be really successful on this platform, or to be really entertaining on this platform, you really need to not have YouTube's thumb on your head. And that's Google. Because Google is interested in power. They have all the money in the world. They're interested in power. And they're in it with the government, too. And we'll talk about that when we're not talking about AI content. Now, everyone, thank you for coming. I wish I could stay a little bit better. But to be honest, I'm sitting here feeling like I'm doing this. And that tells me that I am going to probably have a seizure. So I'm going to get off here, and I will talk to you again soon, hopefully. Yeah. Oh, yeah, like I say, I'm having trouble hitting the button. Thank you for coming, everyone.